Hello everyone and welcome to Blood Run Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to another match review for what was a resounding victory for FC Barcelona as they hosted Valencia at the Luis Companys, Montjuic, and won out by 7 goals to 1. That's right, 7 goals. I mean, it's been a while since we've seen Barca in this kind of free-flowing form in La Liga. I mean, sure, you could probably say, well, Mallorca, they did that around the start of December, but still, that was the start of December and we're now at the end of January, so, it's been a while. And it was good to see this from Barca. And the fact that this came despite quite a bit of rotation on the front and a bit in the midfield as well. There was no Pedri in this game from start to finish, no Gavi either, no Dani Olmo as well because, he's out injured. Instead, we saw some starts for Fermin Lopez, for Ferran Torres, and for Frenkie De Jong. And I have to say, the three of them, they really did deliver for Barcelona on the night. It was honestly about as good of a result as you could have asked for if you were Barca. Well, except maybe Szczesny would have wanted to keep a clean sheet. But then the only thing I'd say to him is, okay, man, it's Hugo Duro. The one thing Hugo Duro does in La Liga is score against Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like, you can always bet your house on Hugo Duro getting a goal against either one of those teams. And well, that's what he did here tonight. Now, I'll be pretty honest with you. This is going to be a quick review simply because it's been a long night. Okay, where I am right now, it's already tomorrow. This match started yesterday and ended today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that kind of a thing. Time zone issues, can't really do much about it. But one thing I will mention here before I really give my thoughts on the match is the fact that this was probably a historical day for Barca, because not only did the men's team put 7 past Valencia, but the women's team looked at what the men's team did in the Supercopa final just a couple of weeks ago, putting 5 past Real Madrid, and they were like, yeah, you know what, bet, we can do that too. And 5-0 winners Barca Femení ran out against their rivals Real Madrid, and honestly, it was just a total domination from start to finish. 3-0 up at halftime. What more could you ask for? But I just want to take this moment to give that shout out to Barca Femení for just continuing to dominate and honestly continuing to set the bar for what we should expect from the men's team as well. That's right, we should expect this level from the men's team as well. And if I was going to do negatives and positives, my negative would not be necessarily the fact that Barca didn't keep a clean sheet, because like I said, I kind of always expect Hugo Duro to score against Barca. I think he's done so in his last, 4 outings against Barcelona or something like that. So it's not a surprise if Barca don't keep a clean sheet against Valencia. But for me, it's just, you look at Barca's performances against the Valencias, against the Real Madrids, even against the Atletis, despite the fact that they didn't beat Atleti, right? Against your Bayern Munichs, against your Dortmunds, and you just wonder, like, guys, this team has scored 100 goals this season in 32 matches. That's almost an average of 3 goals a game. All right, 100 goals in 32 matches, and yet they could only manage 1 goal against Leganés and Las Palmas. Like, really? So I don't know if Barca needs just to figure out a plan B, like, get a Luke De Jong kind of backup striker who they can just, spam crosses at, and he's going to eventually score a header. But I think there just has to be better from Barca the remainder of the season. They just can't drop points against Leganés, against Las Palmas, those types of teams ever again. Like, sure, Getafe, I don't expect Barca to win a game at the Coliseum, to be honest. But for the rest of these matches, I kind of do expect Barcelona to be a lot better than they were. Leganés and Las Palmas, they shouldn't be taking points off of us, never mind 3. Anywho, the result was a good one. I was happy personally. So many good things here. Another Baude assist, another go for Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez grabbing 2 goals and getting 2 assists as well. A goal for Frenkie De Jong, and like I said, that trio of the three Fs, Frankie, Fermin, and Ferran, all scoring, and you're just happy to see that, all performing well. Also, all 3 of them performing to a high level, and I think Barca are going to need that if they're going to maintain a charge for all the trophies that they're still competing for at this moment in time. So I think if I would have picked a man of the match for this game, it would have definitely been Fermin Lopez. But with a shout out, I think to Frank, he deserves it. He was wearing an armband today, and it was a real captain's performance from him. So many times I saw him lunging into, win the ball off of an opponent, making those last-ditch tackles like the one he made against Benfica as well, right, in midweek. So, you're starting to see the Frankie that we know is there. We know the player is there. We know the kind of impact he can have on a game. Just look what he did in El Clasico when he came on. But now we just need for him to be consistent. And if he can bring out that consistency between now and the end of the season, I think we'll probably be happy to keep him. We also saw, by the way, a full 90 minutes here for Eric Garcia, and that's Garcia Kobarsi backline. Looked suspiciously stable. Szczesny being the only, the only dodgy one in there, to be honest. But aside from that, I really don't know what more you could have wanted from this performance for Barcelona. Hopefully, they can keep this momentum. They do have Valencia to play still in the Copa del Rey. So, that's going to be a completely different match, by the way. It will be nothing like what we've just watched, because that's going to be at Mestalla. And that crowd is going to juice these Valencia players up like crazy. And so we look forward to seeing Barcelona hopefully bringing this same kind of level. I think maybe Lewandowski should start on the bench for that one as well. I don't know. Anyway, that's basically that for me, guys. I must get my rest. But aside from that, I thank you all for tuning in. To let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But aside from that, have a great day and Forza Barca.